Hello. Yes, I got the stuffy nose from the run. I had a good little run. I kind of just feel a little bit better. I wasn't My hamstring didn't get jacked up. My hip felt okay. Like now I just got the stuffy nose or the whatever. I think I'm gonna get sick. But it's to do with running. But that's okay. Um, Sometimes too is too when you're a weightlifter and you're a runner, the body kind of gets shocked from doing trying to do both at times. Well, it's okay. What I was referring to in my other video is if when you kind of train hard, sometimes you can get the flu. That's what I'm referring to. Running, lifting weights, the whole, especially excessive running too. Um, that was a good little run. That's 6.2 miles. I'm starting to get some miles in. About freaking time. Okay, so let me explain this. Okay, so I foam roll a lot, right? With my hip and stretch a lot. About when my hip was fractured and my pulled hamstring, I was foam rolling and stretching about an hour and a half, like 5 days a week, and it sucked, right? Because I'd be in the gym and maybe my workouts would be like 45 minutes to an hour, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, I got to go upstairs and foam roll and stretch and all that shit, right? And then little by little, I'm doing less and less. So let's just say it's like 45 minutes now. It's in half because I'm running again. Decent, somewhat decent, not great. Um, uh, I want to be at it where I'll do 30 minutes of stretching and then just run for like an hour or something like that. Right now it's like 45 minutes to an hour of stretching, and it's like about 45 minutes of running. Um, so I had a foam roll in this. There's a gym instructor, like an aerobics instructor, spinning class, one of those beautiful body, abs, ass, fucking gorgeous. Oh my god. Okay. So she sees me with the foam roller and she goes, "I like your foam roller." And I'm saying that, I go, "Holy shit. She's gorgeous." Either I've had to see her before or something like that. But I don't know exactly when I would see her. But I rec that she kind of looked familiar, right? That I either walking by me, she introduced herself to me, and then which is funny. But I had two of those foam rollers, right? I ended up giving her one a couple like 2 weeks later or something like that. So she says, "Hey," so she started talking to me. She like she would hug me, like these real affectionate hugs and kisses, right? I kiss her, and even like the gym employees and gym members would be like, "God damn, he's got it like that, right?" Um, and like I said, man, I smell good. I'm getting in good shape again, and I don't act like a fucking dipshit either. Like I don't. Okay, and so what happens? She goes, "Hey Tony, I'm a yoga instructor. If you wanna get with me and we can decide if you want to take. I have a yoga studio outside here." So I said, "Oh, I've never done yoga before. And then she goes, "Yeah, just here's my information and blah 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 blah." So I did send her some say, "Hey, it's me, Tony. I've never took yoga before, but if yoga..." And the thing is that was like this is probably like maybe over a month ago, a little bit over a month ago, maybe. So like I needed something else to do other than the running, because running was a big part of my life. If I can start doing something else, um, like during the pandemic, I I got into calisthenics, but I blew my forearm out, and that was a problem. I had a lot of problems with my forearms. Um, Now I'm doing them again, but I that gave me something kind of to do, like when there was no races. So like the yoga thing would kind of, and it's actually a good workout, especially heated yoga, right? Um, so and I never did yoga before. So she had a heated yoga class. I ended up taking it, and I liked the class. I was sore for 2 or 3 days. It's a challenge. Yoga's no. I always wonder why some yoga people are very muscular and fit. There's a reason behind that. I mean, there is some pretty good. I don't think I can do that like just yoga like by itself. I think I would still need some like weight training. Um, but it's definitely a good freaking workout. And so what happens is I showed up uh, to the studio because she posted her times on her social media, and it said like a certain time, a certain day, in the morning time. So the time was like it was it was it wasn't it was like 10 a.m. yoga, non heated yoga, some regular yoga, right? They got chair yoga, they got seated yoga, they got heated, different. This was like just basic, I guess basic yoga or something. And I showed up with my mat. Her assistant, I guess there's the other yoga instructors at the studio. She checked me in. Like I got there 20 minutes early, and she said, "Yeah, Denise will be here, and she's on her way. She'll be here shortly." So I waited. I'm like, okay, hold on. So when I'm waiting, I got my socks taken off. 20 minutes goes by. I'm like, Jesus Christ, man. And I'm looking, and then I get a message from Denise saying, "Hey, I'm sorry, Tony, but I got allergies." Fucking bitches and their fucking allergies, right? Or just people in general. Like, I won't be able to make it. After the class was about to start, right? And I go, they could have told me this before as I entered the class, and they still charged me. They charged me $25. So I didn't see the other instructor. I think she was doing a private. I hear some screaming ass kid in the back with some lady. I think it was like a one-on-one or something. I don't fucking know. But so I leave, right? And then I said, okay, hope you feel better. And she says, well, Tony, I'll be there at 12. You can take the class at 12 if you want. And I'm thinking, like, how fucking tacky is that? You can't show up for your allergies at 10, but you're telling me, like, oh no, if I want to stay till 12 for the next class, you'll show up to that one. After you already charged me, right? And I'm just like, okay, whatever. And I reached out to another yoga instructor in New York, and another yoga, a friend of mine takes yoga, another runner back in Brooklyn. And the yoga instructor, he said, Tony, get the fuck out of there. Don't deal with those people. He goes, yoga instructors go through a lot with students and with like business, and sometimes the students don't no show. They no show too. So the yoga instructor doesn't want to waste the time coming over there. If the students no show, he goes, but your situation was different. You walked in there 20 minutes early before class starts. You showed up with all your stuff, with your yoga mat, your yoga blocks, even though you were a new student. The lady accepted your payment, but she couldn't tell you that her fellow yoga instructor wasn't coming. He goes, there was bad communication on both, and I already knew that, right? And he goes, that's the problem that I have. He goes, there's with social media and with phones and everything that's going on, there's no way that she couldn't have called that studio to let her assistant know that she couldn't make it, or just even put out on social media that she wouldn't be there, that classes would be canceled today, so you didn't waste your time going over there. And he goes, what were you going to do? I go, I was going to go to the gym. Instead of, but I said, I know today I want to do yoga. And he goes, there. He goes, she already jacked your schedule up while she continued doing her schedule. And then, so that was it. So nothing to it. I got annoyed. To me, just keep the fucking $25. I'm never coming back there again. She sees me in the gym, okay, stretching, and she says hi to me, and I just say hi back. I got my earbuds in, and I'm like, don't just. And all the times before that, I hug her, ask her how she was doing. She's beautiful too, right? And then she keeps talking. So then I take off my headphones, and then I go, hey, I'm sorry, I had my headphones. I said hi to her, and I didn't want her bringing up the yoga studio in the gym. The thing is that gym is a commercial gym. Her yoga studio is not. It's her own private. So it'd be, let's say I was a personal trainer, right? But I also did personal trainer like outside a commercial gym, and then I'm questioning another student or something about what about me training them outside this commercial gym while we're on commercial gym. I'm in 24-hour fitness or LA Fitness and or Gold's Gym, and now we're I'm going back and forth with another gym member over a private business that I own. That's bad. It's not professional on my part as a member because I'm not a little kid, and it's bad on her part as well. I take accountability. All right. I take responsibility for that. I should have just said, no, we need to talk about this some other time outside this commercial gym's property. So it started off like it was like, so these women are fucking clueless too when they do something stupid, right? Okay, like people don't take accountability anyways in general, right? Or universe doesn't. But then like you got women that don't take accountability more, okay? And then on top of it, like Texas, El Paso is like non-accountable motherfuckers, okay? So everything's like times a thousand, okay, with no accountability. And so she's hot, right? She's gorgeous. And then she keeps talking about, she goes, oh, did you get on the app? Did you try to book another one of my yoga classes? Did anybody tell you about that? And I'm like, I had a nip in the butt. And I go, Denise, I didn't smile either. I go, I wasn't okay with what happened. And she goes, oh, I understand. I understand and then I go, yeah, I'm big on being punctual. I'm big on communication, and you didn't do that. You compromised my principles, and you as a yoga instructor, I don't want to feel a certain way towards you because in yoga they teach you like mantras and like kind of like church, like how to be grateful, and they teach you like kind of like discipline and then like body and the mind. So basically like not just to learn stretches and poses in yoga, but to actually like become kind of a better person. Well, this ain't, you ain't gonna be a better person by not communicating and no showing, right? Is that a good person? Am I gonna listen to this bitch after she did that? No. I'm like, fuck this lady. She's full of shit, right? So I started explaining. I said, "Hey, how come your assistant or your coworker didn't just tell me that you weren't coming? I was in there for 20 minutes. I go, she checked me in. She goes, well, she didn't. Maybe she was busy. I go, Denise isn't here. Denise isn't here. Denise isn't here. Denise isn't coming. Denise isn't showing up today. Denise canceled her class. How hard? That took 2 seconds every time. She talked to me for like 2 or 3 minutes. She took my money. She took my payment. She was waiting. I go, yeah, she signed me up for the class. She registered me, and I had 1 credit left for $25, and that's where the class went. That's where the credit went, and you never showed. So, and I'm not laughing. I'm laughing now. And then she goes, oh, so you prepaid. I go, Jesus Christ. I'm in myself like, and she kept talking, and then like she goes, so you prepaid, and then I don't like cutting people off, especially when they're willing to like explain themselves or let me talk, or when it's. But I had to cut her. I ended up just cutting her off because she was just fucking rambling on some bullshit. And then before that, like she kind of came towards me, like I thought it was kind of gonna end, and then she walks over to me, like I kind of got away from her, and then I go, so Denise, are we having a conversation right now? And she goes, well, if you don't want me to talk to you, I can leave. I go, no, I want to talk to you. And I didn't mean to sound rude. I just want to know, like, were you just gonna say a couple words and then leave, or like, cause I thought like she was about to she just finished like a cycling class, instructing, so I thought she was gonna leave or something. It wasn't me being rude, even though it might have sounded that way, and maybe she is a nice person. Maybe she really felt bad. I don't know. And then she says, I don't know. She goes, yeah, well, we should have done this, or yeah, we should have explained to you this, and it's like, in myself, I'm saying we ain't got a time machine, and I said, Denise, I go, I learned a lot from you that first class. I had a good time. I go, so I'd like to continue doing yoga in the future. It's just not going to be with you or your studio. And her face kind of dropped. And then I just said, Denise, it just wasn't meant to be. It just wasn't going to work out. It just wasn't. I'm sure your other students that you teach, like in your cycling and your aerobics and in your yoga. I'm sure 1,000 students love you and love learning from you. But with me, it just wasn't meant to be. Like we were breaking up, and she started crying. So she walked away, and I gotta see her, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, now I feel like a dick. And like other employees walked by, other gym members, and I'm just like, and she's hot as shit too, and I'm just like, so was I in the wrong? I mean, and she did reach out to me. She did text me saying, Tony, I'm willing to help in any way, but no, not a sexual way. I don't get no. And then she goes, I totally understand your side of the story, your side, but I wish you could understand my side. And I'm thinking there was no side. She took my fucking money and she didn't show up for the class. And her fucking stupid ass other assistant didn't even fucking tell me that she wasn't coming. And it's like, and then she goes, and then before that, like inside that commercial gym, she goes, "Oh, she was gonna refund you, but you left." No shit, I'm gonna leave. Why the fuck would I stay? It's like these fucking people are fucking retards. But was I in the wrong for not wanting to go back to this yoga studio? Talk to you guys later. Bye bye.